What is up, everyone? It's Brendan here. Welcome to Big Brave Bold Entrepreneurs. I'm just going to share my screen real quick here and we can get into things. All right. Because someone, either myself or someone invited you to the group. This group originally was for a hub for entrepreneurs who are looking to learn a new skill set or some marketing, sales, tips and tricks from myself or anyone else of the leaders in the group. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So who am I? My name is Brendan Mann. I got a university degree in English, played college tennis here local. And I've actually been in this business for 10 years with Enagic. So again, I'm in Vancouver. My why is my wife, my family, my number one support system, and she's been everything to me. The biggest reason why I originally got started was, I just wanted something not be a teacher that didn't see fit. That's not what I saw myself doing anymore. So I became an entrepreneur at the very young age of 21 years old. That was almost 15 years ago. I ran a brick and mortar sports retail store. I actually got published in 3 books. And up until now, me and my team have now helped over 6,000 plus people worldwide generate over 15 million in sales. Okay. So it is for you if you're looking to invest in yourself and in your future. We're not here to, pull you, drag you. We're here to, bring your full potential to fruition and give you gentle nudges in the right direction. And of course, we're here to help lend a helping hand along the way. Stuck, you tried a bunch of other side hustles, none of them seem to be really working, or it takes a lot of time, or you just don't get paid enough. Create more time freedom. And if you don't want to bug family and friends. Now, when I first started, there was many different ways of doing this, but we'll dive into that a little bit later. This is not for you. If you're looking to get rich quick, find it somewhere else. This isn't where it is. This, invest in yourself. If you're not ready to commit to yourself and your loved ones, the people who are most important to you, if you don't like learning, don't like implementing new skills that myself or other people will be able to teach you online, and if you don't like earning possible commissions of up to $8,000 plus per sale on top of the passive income aspects of this business. So many people will ask, what's the cost? But really, what's the cost of not doing anything? So what's your life look like a year from now if nothing changes? So the problem we solve is tap water. A lot of us who are very smart and very conscious of what is we are consuming will know that a lot of our taps look something like this. Okay, a lot of it looks like that. Our body is composed of a majority, and if you change the biggest part of our body, which is water, you're doing yourself a pretty good service. Okay, so the solution to this water crisis is Enagic. This is a 50 plus year old company, been around for that long. It stood the test of time, pays out in several different ways. And it was just recently they were even signed a deal with the LA Angels in the MLB. They're all across the world, and I'll show you in a little bit science and kind of the composition of everything else. And I'll drop a quick little video just to show a little bit about who that you might notice some goats or elite athletes in their field who swear by this water too. Okay. So it's available in over 180 plus countries, there's 40 and still growing. So this is the flagship model. These are all the certifications that the Enagic K8 and the products have. And here's a quick video about all of it. Okay.
Water is crucial for every process in our bodies. Generally, we're made up of about 70 to 75% water. It's basically what keeps our cells alive and kicking. Without food, we can hang on for weeks, but without water, we'd only last a few days. Our bodies are mostly water, with our lungs alone containing 83% water. Our brains and hearts are about 73% water. Now, plasma, which is the part of our blood that moves cells, nutrients, and hormones around, is 90% water. Clearly, water isn't just important, it's essential for life. But not all water is good water. This becomes obvious when we look at places like India, where people struggle with extremely poor water quality. Often, we don't really think about the water we use. It doesn't seem to bother us directly. But here's something to think about. our regular tap water can be full of nasty stuff from industrial, agriculture, and even household waste, not to mention chemicals like fluoride and chlorine. Aware of these issues, some people turn to bottled water for drinking, even cooking their teeth. However, bottled water has its own set of problems. It's often not well regulated, which means it might not be safe. And a lot of it is just tap water that's been treated and sold at huge markups. In fact, research shows that 93% of bottled water contains tiny plastic particles. These include well-known brands like Aquafina, Dasani, Evian. These microplastics can be big enough to see. The chemicals that leach from these plastics are linked to serious health issues like obesity, cancer, heart disease, and more. The problem of single-use plastics is huge. For example, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, one of the largest collections of floating trash, covers about 1.6 million square miles. That's about twice the size of Alaska. This mess in our oceans is wrecking our planet's ecosystems and our own quality of life. So, what's the alternative? If you want clean, super hydrating water at home or to take with you on the go, and if you want to stop adding to the problem of plastic waste, you might want to check out the Enagic K8 water ionizer. This gadget hooks up right to your faucet and transforms ordinary tap water into ionized water, which is super good for you because it's packed with molecular hydrogen, the strongest antioxidant around. Living water, as we like to call it. With this, you can replace your bottled water, household chemicals like cleaning supplies, toiletry items, and beauty products. And here's the best part of all. You get to save a bunch of money. And, well, who doesn't want that? Here's where your K8 comes into play. So, why drink ionized water? Well, about 70% of Americans are walking around dehydrated all the time. And hydration is what keeps us functioning well. Hydration is an example. It's just the difference between a grape and a raisin. Now, which would you rather? Ionized water can get right into our cells, even crossing into the brain, to hydrate us thoroughly. Now, check this test out that I do with green tea bags that will show you how it penetrates our cells more efficiently. We're told to drink about 6 to 8 glasses of water, but a lot of the times we feel very heavy and bloated, so it almost feels impossible to drink that much liquid in a day. So I'm going to do a visual example. Let's just imagine what the body is, which is a big on a cellular level, which is represented by this green tea bag. So what do you usually need in order to make green tea at home? You need to boil your water, right? So that changes actually the size of the cells and is able to steep the tea bag. So I'm using Dasani water here. Opening that tea bag. Let's check this out. So steep the tea with just some regular bottled water, or at home it would just be tap water, and it doesn't really do anything, right? So let's put some Kangen water. This is cold, it's hot. 2, 3, 4, and that's super quick. It's already steeping, penetrating the tea bag and really taking out the flavor of the tea, just like how it would with our cells. And now a lot of people will be like, oh, it's probably because the water already made the tea bag wet. So let's fill this one up with the rest of the Dasani water bottle here. And how many was that? About 5 dips. Let's try here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Not too much. Now let's try it again with the Kangen water. 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, right here, this is the Kangen water and how it's able to penetrate our cells more efficiently. And this is bottled water. So which one do you think by drinking you'll feel less bloated, okay? And which one do you think you'll feel a little bit more hydrated? The K8 uses a cool-colored process called electrolysis to boost the water with electrons that fight off damaging molecules called free radicals. Research supports the health benefits of molecular hydrogen, which is found in ionized water, in protecting against a wide range of diseases by neutralizing particularly nasty radicals. Here's a quick example of some of our favorite beverages that we drink, or at least I do, used to drink on a day-to-day basis. All right, so here are most of our favorite daily drinks, and we'll drop a graphic right here just to show you the different pH, but here is also a quick look at the different pHs. Starting over here, the more orange or yellowish, it's a little bit more acidic. Moving alongside all the way to the deep purple, that's what you want, is a little bit more alkaline, okay? As our bodies go through the process of aging, we want stuff who is anti-oxidizing, and also a higher alkalinity. Therefore, you want it closer to the purple end on the pH scale. So here's some pH drops. I'm just going to drop some in here and see what we find. So it's tap water. So our tap water has to be naturally balanced to a neutral pH. Unfortunately, it's not done through natural means, which means they just add extra additives into our tap water because our pipes are so acidic. We need to add all that. So tap water right there. Next, we got Sprite. Well, we probably already knew the answer, but look what it is. It's pretty acidic with Sprite. Sprite right there. Next, we got Gatorade, my personal favorite growing up as a kid and competing in sports. Thought it was good. Well, turns out pretty acidic. It's Gatorade. Next, we got vitamin water, also with the first word as vitamin. We always think it's pretty good for you, but turns out not too great. Next is some Dasani right here. Give that a mix. We got our budget bottled water from the local store as well. Some Evian, a little bit more on the pricier side, so it is a little better for us. Our favorite Fiji water. This stuff is endorsed all over the world. Supposed to be super good for you. It is a little better on the scales. And lastly, we have Kangen or Kangen water, however you like to pronounce it. And this one right here, it hits that deep purple. So as you can see, a lot of our favorite drinks here end up on a different pH scale based off of how acidic they are and where they end up. The K8 doesn't just hydrate, it also produces different types of water for different uses around the house, from cleaning skincare, showing just how versatile it is. It's particularly good at getting rid of nasty chemicals on stuff like fruits and vegetables. Check this one out that I do with grape tomatoes. So what I have here is some grape tomatoes. So what I'm going to do is use these right here. Just put a few in here. So this one on the left, I'm going to use the high alkaline water produced from the Enagic Kangen. So it's 11.5 pH. This one I'm going to wash with just bottled water, or it's just a substitute, because usually what we do is we wash our produce with tap water. So here we go. So tap water and Enagic's Kangen water. So just mix that up a little bit. You can see what's already happening. So just give that a little bit of a swirl there. So this is what I actually wash all my produce, fruits and vegetables with. And in a quick sec, I'll actually show you another test that is able to use on your stovetops, your countertops, the ability to really just wipe anything that is oil-based off of your counters and your stovetop. So first one with tap water or bottled water, see what anything that came out. So not much, there's a few dirt particles. So when we do wash with our tap water, I guess we're just washing the physical debris that's off of it. At least that's a good thing, right? But we're actually not washing the pesticides and herbicides off of the produce, unless you're buying a very high quality organic produce, fruits and veggies. So after just washing it for a little bit, you can see what's going on here. And now you can see that the oil-based pesticides and herbicides has actually completely washed off of the tomatoes. So most of the times when farmers are with their plants and their fruits and veggies, they'll spray this all over their stuff just for the cleaning purposes and make sure you don't get all of that in there, and this stays good. So this is what comes off of it. And the reason why is because the 11.5 pH water is able to emulsify the oil and actually get rid of that waxy kind of layer that's on, maybe you feel it on an apple or a grape tomato especially, but that's what you're feeling when you have your produce. So check that out, that's pretty crazy. So I'm going to actually do a quick other demo right here to show you what is actually happening with the 11.5. So right here we have some oil, some sesame oil, and what happens when you mix water and oil? We'll give it a sec. So let's check this out. Tap water or bottled water, what happens? Oil rises to the top, doesn't really do anything. So when we're trying to wash oil off of our countertops or the oil-based pesticide and herbicide, it doesn't really do anything. Now with the 11.5 alkaline water from the Kangen machine, look what happens. Tap water, Enagic's Kangen water. So imagine if you're able to put this in a spray bottle and you just spray it on your stove tops, your countertops, and it's able to emulsify the oil and you're able to wipe that completely off. So what happens is it is able to emulsify the oil and you can pick that up with a cloth or paper towel, whereas if you're just using tap water, this is just what happens. So that is to mimic exactly what's happening on those tomatoes. So because it's oil-based, it's able to just wipe away. Although the K8's ionized also has a filter that catches stuff like chlorine and other contaminants, and it's located on this side of the machine right here. Investing in a K8 means investing in a healthier lifestyle and taking a step towards fixing our plastic problem. This device is a one-time buy that's built to last, backed by its credentials as a certified medical device and its leading-edge technology. By switching to K8 water and Enagic, you're not just changing the water, you're changing your life. Cheers.
Okay, so now probably seen a quick video of explaining the water crisis, what it help fight that, and hydrate ourselves a little bit more efficiently. Let's move my face here a little bit. Okay, so Enagic pays up to $3,120 per K8 sold. So really, you only need 4 sales per month to hit a 10K month if you're at the max amount of compensation in this company. Now, this is only one of the ways that you're able to be compensated for your time and your efforts, and we'll go into that a little bit more here. So the commissions, okay, let's dive into the best commission plan you've ever seen. So imagine, or I like to use a car salesman. So imagine you're a car salesman, right? You're right here. And you just get started, you sell a car, you make a commission, right? Now your sales manager probably a little bit of kickback on your efforts as you get started. Now, as you learn and grow and you become the sales manager, you can form your own team of car salespeople, okay? Now, when they sell a car, now you get compensated a little bit and so on and so forth. Now, from there, you who got started here, I'm 100% sure that you could outrun the very person that introduced you or whose sales team you were on, right? The way this is structured is it incentivizes people that, you can earn more than the person that has introduced this to you, okay? So we compensation plan. There's no business fees, new products all the time. There's no mandatory auto ship. You don't have to annually renew anything. And the cool part is if you leave for, let's just say 6 months, a year, and I'm going on this big adventure and I'm going to come back, and you left the company. If you come back, you don't lose your ability to earn commissions. You don't lose your rank. You leave exactly where you left off. Pretty cool. So there are ranks in Enagic. These are the first 6 ranks. There's a little bit more, which starts to get to the legacy money. But the first rank, 1A, you get paid $390, okay? Once you have 2 sales in your organization, you earn $780. At 10, $1170, 20, $1560, 50, $1950, and 100 plus $2340. Now, we have a few more efficient ways to earn a little bit more and also to max out the entire 3,120 that is divvied out per machine, okay? Now, there are many different products in Enagic, but we're just going to focus on the K8 as the stable, okay? So let's just say your very first sale is to your buddy Dave, okay? Good old buddy Dave buys a machine, sees the health benefits, wants to help out his digestive issues. Cool. We make $390. Next, your second sale, this person that you introduce this to, your buddy Zach. Zach buys a machine, you make $390. So $780 total. Pretty simple so far. Now get this. Zach makes 5 sales himself. He's got a network of people, the ability to their health, or maybe they see something cool in the referral business. Now you make $2,730. Zach makes $3,120 from those 5 sales. Now your third sale is to your friend Josie. Makes 5 sales herself as well, but Josie's in your 2A lane, so you actually made $780 from Josie's K8 purchase, and you make $780 times 5. So you make $4,680. Josie makes $3,120. Okay. Now you have 1, 2, plus 5, plus 5, and 3. So 5, 5 is 10, 1, 2, 3. That's 13 total. Now you're in 10 to 20 sales total. Okay. Now your fourth sale is to your friend Latara. Latara goes crazy. She makes 10 sales herself. She's the working in absolutely crushing this business. And she goes and help makes 10 sales. Okay. So your your new goal is $20,280. Okay. That's just from 4 direct sales. So here are the group sales in order to hit these first big bonus, which is the 6A is the first one that we kind of strive for. The example, you already had over 20 sales just doing 4 directs. So don't feel like you got to do this all yourself. You got 6A, and then once you have 2 of your positions or leaders hit 6A, you are a 6A2-2-3. This is 6A2-3. This is the big one that we kind of strive for when upon getting started with. And this one has a guaranteed $5,000 a month for life, as well as a 25,000 one-time bonus once you hit that. So that's the big one. Many people in Iconic Marketer and within our team are this, and we have even people around this rank. So imagine like $5,000 guaranteed for life. What could that do for you and your family, right? So this is a little bit more of the business side. So this is bridge our system with Iconic Marketer. There are many ways that you can create sales, promote, and market and get attraction towards what it is that we're doing in order to business. So how we make money with Enagic, how we turn leads into sales, how we use this method to ensure profitability, how we promote our offer and promise our guarantee, how to fast track result, and how to get started with, and what you would get started with. Okay, so the process of a sale, how we go from starting our Enagic, creating wealth. Majority of the way that we run business online is creating an ad. You run an ad on Instagram or Facebook. That will generate some type of lead, and then eventually it will close to a sale. There are different ways of doing it. This is just how we've been doing it online. Okay, so first you would create an ad that's engaging. Of course, through this whole process, we are keeping it limited to a few people a month that we are helping, just because we don't want to spread ourselves thin and really hold your hand through, especially the beginning process. And after that, we want to time to pay Zux, which is using ads to run paid advertisement. And from our data that we've collected, usually our cost per lead is about $2.50. You get 1,000 to 2,000 people who have seen it run at about $5 a day. From there, you would be able to maybe even make on your first sale. So let's just say $5 a day, and then you can make a $1,000 sale. Now your net profit you would make 850 on your very first month. Then you would compound that to month 2, where you would spend double. You would make double 850, and then so on and so forth. So currently I make up to 6,000 plus. So I can literally $1,000 in ads and even make one sale and still be profitable if that's something that I wanted to do. There are organic ways of marketing as well, which we can go in further, but I'm just diving into this. Okay. So high ticket versus low ticket. You have a lot of margin for error. You can make 2 to 3 to 4 sales a month to make 6 figures. Profitable Facebook and Instagram ads. You don't need to talk to thousands of people to make thousands of dollars. Okay, so low ticket, low commissions, you need at least 100 sales every month to make 10 grand. It's extremely hard ads campaign if you're only making $100 and you're already spending money to attract these people. Okay, so selling high ticket may seem harder because it's a much higher barrier to entry. However, the amount of value you get as well as the commission 1,000 times more, but it's not 1,000 times harder. Okay. So we create the ad, the graphics, we run your ad on Facebook or Instagram, and then your numbers. So for example, in our $2.50, $2.50 a lead, we spend 100 lead, that would get us about $1,000 in profit in terms of commission. Now you're profitable at $850, and then we just compound that from there. Okay. So how we promote, you would be able to also tag someone, add them to the as well, tag them in this video and let them this. After that, they'd be able to book a call with myself or the person that introduced you to this group. And the old school way of like, door knocking, business cards, water demonstrations, like I did all of that. Clearly, you saw in the quick 30-minute video there that I actually know the entire water demonstration inside and out. That's the first 3 years of this business. That's actually how I ran it. And it wasn't until later where we leveraged social media. And instead of, knocking 100 doors a day, 100 business cards a day, presenting to 100 people in a room, just use Facebook advertisement to target me interested in either the business or the product and the health benefits in itself. Okay. But unfortunately, we don't care about their health unless they're sick or dying. $6,000 for water. People don't see that as a big investment. Sorry, people don't see that as a valuable investment. And people don't value being sick, avoid being unhealthy. They'd rather slam cheeseburgers and everything like that. So the order of desires goes money, time, and then health. But we're looking for something that, merges all three at the same time. So we teach them how to make money. That will bring them more time of life. People are, regardless of the business, extremely happy about the product. Like I said, when I got started, I got started for the products itself, not even knowing there was a business fully attached to it. I knew there was a referral, and I just wanted to get enough to pay for the machine in itself. I didn't know it would leapfrog me into this entire business that I've now created. Okay. So selling the product, here's 3 ways to sell water: the water demonstration, and then social media. Social media, you can be run through Facebook ads, or a very simple way organically is just to, we can teach in another training, reach out to the person that add them to this Facebook group. From there, just tag them in. From there, they will book a call with either myself, I know Davey, or Latara, or any one of my other leaders in this, and we'll hop on a call, see if this is a good fit, see if it makes sense. Because at the end of the day, we want to be doing a service. We don't want to be more harm than good, right? We want to make sure it makes all make. So as promised, our guarantee, we rate your first ad. If you're not tech savvy, don't worry too much. And this is the cool part. You don't have to know anything about the product. You don't have to know anything about the system or face. All you got to do, add someone to the group, tag them in the video, and then myself or someone will send you a link, a call. It will sync up with our calendar, and we walk them through the entire process. So that way, myself, someone who has over 5-7 years of experience in this space, who is much more knowledgeable of how to walk them through, dive in, see where they are, see where they want to be. That way, we can see if we can come out. Okay. So here's the fast track to get results. We figure out a way how to comp plan. In order to make these awesome commissions and have a global distribution rights, Enagic does require you to own at least one of their products. Now, in the past, no, you don't need to always start with the quad or the trifecta. You can start with a solo product, but here's a quick lowdown of why it's beneficial to start with the quad. So the two options, which I just talked about with the quad and the trifecta, we like to call them business builders. Okay. Well, the quad package is purchasing 4 different items. Okay. The benefits of it is you could earn up to $1,065 up. You have a machine for sharing, and it's only 25 quads to 6A. Okay. The benefits is you get over $1,000 cash back first sale, and you can get this for $0 out of pocket based off of approved credit, which up to about $400 a month. Okay. So imagine this. You get approved $400 a month, but you get over $1,000 cash back. Okay. You have about 2.5 months of runway. In 2.5 months, myself, person who introduced this group to you, we would have already helped you lock in your first couple sales. Now you have more runway, and now your business can be profitable moving forward. Okay. So here's on, if you start with a quad instead of the trifecta or a solo product, your first sale can earn up to $3,390. Okay. Trifecta, same thing, but you start with 2 products instead. You earn $440 up front, 34 trifecta, Cool thing is that you earned up to 2,260 on your first sale. Okay. Same thing with Vecta. It's all 100% tax write-off, double commissions, 440 back. This you can get it for about 250 a month, $0 out of pocket. So again, you have about a month and a half paid for you from the commissions you owe yourself. And then again, we will show you exactly how to be doing that. Road to 682-3 lifetime bonus. You need to hit with 100 sales. Okay. You want to hit that, and then that's the lifetime bonus. The cool thing about this is your business is full. So those with children or family that you care deeply about, this is one of the biggest eye openers to me. If anything happens to myself, I can pass it to my future children or anyone in my family. And yeah, so that was a big perk that I saw very early on in my Enagic career. So you can get started with zero down based off of approved credit. You get almost $1,000 commission. Start with what makes you comfortable. Although most people do start with the quad, it doesn't mean that is the best way for you. Again, book a call with someone like myself, and we will walk you through all of the possible options that fits almost every single person's budget. Again, we want to be not putting you in more harm than good, right? So we'll make sure it makes sense. And then there's many ways of different ways of getting started. Okay, so I'm just gonna blast through a few of these frequently asked questions. So what if I have no social media following or skills? That is 100% okay. I sucked at social media. There's many people in our group who came from even the trades, who barely even had a Facebook account. Okay. These people are now multi-millionaires who are wizards online. It just skill set and really committing to yourself, the people who you care about, to learning that new skill set. Okay. How much time does it take to be successful? For myself, when I got started, I was still running my brick and mortar retail store. And from there, I worked about 10-hour days because it was my own business. And then after that, I would spend probably about 1 to 2 hours a day. So we usually say about 10 to 15 hours a week, or 1 to 2 hours a day. If you're not and you don't, and you can do more on other days, but you want to treat this like a business, okay? You want to treat this like your own. That way we can, closer to your goals matter, okay? So what's the average person make? So a lot of people always ask me on our calls, okay, what do most people do? So usually we'll see traction within about 30 to 60 days, just because there's a lot of learning to go on. We have people making 6-figure months. Yes, months. We have people making 5-figure months. And then even that I got started, I won't name drop, but I helped get him started. I actually did his coaching call, and within his first 2 months, he already had his first 10K plus month, so 5-figure month. And he hit 3A within the first 2 months. So that was really cool. That was very recently. So full-time dad, has 4 kids, works a full-time job. So especially with these leveraged tools, you're able to go and do that. Okay. So who's even buying these things? Enagic has been around for 50 plus years. They're the leading in water in the world. And there has been studies shown that less than 0.1% of the world population has been introduced to something like this. And there's no better time, especially now becoming much more aware of health. They want to do more of a preventative measure. So make yourself more healthy prior to even getting sick. And then linked with that is the ability to leverage it online. So how do I make sales? Run the ad strategy, which is a day, which is $150 a month, usually ends up with a $1,000 sale, $850 profit. From there, you compound over time. You could just share the water, which is what I did. You could do the entire water demo yourself too, or you could just tag a person, add them to this group, tag them to this video, walk them through it. And then from there, we take over, we close the sale. Whatever they get started with, you get paid the commission. Okay. Will I get help confused or so I know for myself, I don't know if the same goes with the people who introduce this to you, but I will focus on 2 people a month where I will guarantee 2 of one-on-one time in the first month that they get started until they make their very first sale, where I will share screen, book separate time to help walk you through every single process. That way you feel comfortable, and then we both, can benefit from your, okay? So final thoughts and next steps. If this is something that when you can see yourself really stepping into the future you're ready to take that next step. So reach out to the person who tagged you in this post or send me, Brendan, a DM. Schedule a quick 30-minute call to break down your personalized game plan. And they'll go over possibly how to get started for $0 out of pocket and how you can earn up to $1,000 plus cash back instantly upon starting your business. So from there, we'll map out your customized game plan. Everyone goes at a different pace. So for what your 1, 3, and 6 month goals are, and alongside what we need to reverse engineer from where your goal is and what you are now and how we can get there. Okay. So look around at your life, honestly, right now. You've made has led you right here. And it doesn't have to stay this way. Sometimes a rare chance comes along that can change everything. And if you have the courage to take it, you have to take it. Why keep living a life that leaves you feeling trapped and unsatisfied? The power to make a change is right in front of you. Only seeing you so devoted, faithful, and everything to a life where you feel stuck. Okay. So much for being here. I will talk to you all soon. Those of you who are going to book a call with me, I look forward to meeting you on Zoom. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me or the person that would do this initially. Okay. Talk to you guys soon.